I told my family I never wanted to see them again. The fight started over something stupid. At least that's what I thought at the time. I was 16 years old. Angry all the time, angry at school. Angry at life, angry at my parents. That night was worse than usual. My father was yelling. My mother was crying. My little sister, Emily, sat at the kitchen table staring down at her food, while plates rattled from my dad, slamming his fist against the counter. "You never listen," he shouted. I didn't ask to be born, I screamed back. The room went silent. I remember the look on my mother's face, hurt, not angry, just hurt. Then she spoke softly. "We love you, Noah." Something about those words made me even angrier. I stood up so fast my chair crashed backward. "Leave me alone." My father stepped forward. "Watch your mouth, no." I pointed at all of them. My mom, my dad, my sister. Every person in the room. "I wish I never had to see any of you again." I stormed upstairs, slammed my bedroom door, and went to sleep. The next morning I woke up feeling strangely refreshed. No shouting, no TV, no footsteps, nothing. The house was silent. At first it felt nice, peaceful. Then I noticed something strange. The digital clock beside my bed blinked 8:08, frozen. The power wasn't out, my lamp worked. But the clock wasn't moving. I frowned weird. I walked downstairs. Dad, no answer. Mom, nothing. The kitchen was empty. Their coffee mugs sat on the counter, still warm. My father's wallet lay beside his keys. The front door was locked. The cars sat in the driveway. But my family was gone. I called their phones. Straight to voicemail. I searched every room, every closet, the attic, the basement, nothing. Then I noticed the family photos. My stomach dropped. Every picture had changed. In one photo from Disney World, I stood alone beside Cinderella's castle. In another, I sat by myself at Christmas. Even baby pictures showed only me, no parents, no sister, no one. I felt cold, really cold. Like ice water had been poured down my spine. Things got worse, much worse. The police arrived later that day. I explained everything. They looked confused. One officer flipped through his tablet. "Noah, there are no records of your parents." "What?" "No birth certificates." I laughed nervously. "What are you talking about?" He turned the screen. There was my information. Just mine, no mother, no father, no siblings, nothing. My hands began shaking. "That's impossible." The officer's face turned pale. "According to this, you've lived alone your entire life. Nobody remembered them, not my friends, not my teachers, nobody." I started questioning my own sanity. Maybe I was losing my mind. Maybe they were right. Maybe my family never existed. Then I heard Emily's voice, at 3:14 a.m. from downstairs, a whisper. "Noah," I shot upright in bed. The house was dark. The voice came again, weak, scared. "Noah," it was Emily, my sister. I grabbed a flashlight and ran downstairs. The voice led me into the dining room. There, hanging on the wall, was a family portrait. The one from 3 years ago. For 1 second I saw them, Mom, Dad, Emily. Inside the photograph, their faces moved. Their mouths opened, screaming. Then the image snapped back to normal. I staggered backward, the glass cracked. And something smiled behind me. I turned. My mother stood in the doorway. Except it wasn't her, not really. She looked almost perfect, almost. Her smile stretched too wide, far too wide. Like her jaw had been broken and rebuilt wrong. Her eyes didn't blink ever. "Hello, Noah," I froze, my heart hammered. "Mom." She tilted her head. Bones cracked inside her neck. "I missed you." Then she smiled wider, skin split. Blood dripped down her chin, and she charged. I barely escaped. The thing hit the wall where my head had been. The drywall exploded, not human strength, not even close. I ran. The creature chased me. My mother's face stretched and twisted while it sprinted on all fours. Its limbs bent backwards, joints popping, eyes fixed on me, smiling, always smiling. The next week became a nightmare. The replacements came one by one, first Mom, then Dad, then Emily. Each looked human, each acted human, until they thought nobody was watching. Then their true faces emerged, and they knew I remembered. I found the truth hidden in an old library archive, a local legend. An ancient creature, it fed on families. When someone wished their loved ones away, it answered, it took them, then replaced them. The copies slowly spread, replacing more people, more families, more towns, until nothing human remained. I wasn't their son anymore, I was prey. The final night arrived during a thunderstorm. Rain slammed against the windows. Lightning flashed across the house. The replacements finally stopped pretending. All three stood in the living room, smiling, watching, waiting. Dad stepped forward, his jaw unhinged, far wider than humanly possible. "We can still make this easy," Emily giggled. Her eyes rolled completely white. Mom smiled. "We'll make you part of the family." I tightened my grip on the shotgun. No. The fight exploded instantly. Dad lunged, boom. The shotgun blast hit him square in the chest. The creature flew backward through a bookshelf. Black fluid sprayed everywhere. He screamed, not like a human, like dozens of voices screaming together. I fired again, boom. His body split open. Something black and writhing spilled from inside, tentacles, eyes, teeth. The thing finally revealed itself, and I shot again, boom. The creature burst apart, dead and gone. One replacement down, but the others attacked. Emily leaped onto me. Tiny hands became claws. She tore into my shoulder. Pain exploded through my body. I slammed her into the wall, again, until bones cracked. She shrieked. Mom charged. Her fingers pierced my stomach. I screamed. Warm blood poured down my legs. I drove a knife into her throat. She laughed. The knife didn't stop her. Nothing stopped her. The living room became a battlefield. Broken glass, blood. Furniture shattered. Lightning illuminated monsters wearing my family's faces, and somehow I was winning. I broke Emily's neck. The creature collapsed dead. Another replacement gone. But I was dying too, I knew it. I could barely stand. Blood soaked the floor beneath me, my vision blurred. Only Mom remained, or whatever wore her skin. She staggered forward, half her face missing. Black flesh exposed underneath, still smiling, always smiling. I raised the shotgun, empty, no shells. The creature rushed me. I grabbed a broken lamp, swung with everything I had left. The metal rod pierced her eye. The monster shrieked. I tackled her through the front window. Glass exploded, thunder roared, rain poured. We crashed into the yard, rolling through mud, fighting, dying. Then I saw my chance, the metal rod, still embedded in her skull. I pushed harder, harder, harder. The creature screamed. Its skin split apart. Its body collapsed inward, like something rotten finally giving up. Then it stopped moving forever. Silence reigned, darkness. The monsters were dead. I had one. I lay in the mud staring at the sky. Blood poured from my stomach. My chest hurt. Breathing became difficult. Everything felt distant, cold. Then I heard footsteps, soft footsteps. I looked up. My mother, my father, Emily, the real ones, standing together. Not smiling unnaturally, not monsters, just my family. The way I remembered them. Tears filled my eyes. Mom, she knelt beside me, brushed wet hair from my forehead. I forgive you. My throat tightened. I'm sorry. I know. Dad smiled. Emily hugged me. For the first time in weeks, they felt real, warm, human home. The last thing I saw was my family standing together in the rain, waiting for me. Then the darkness finally took me, and I never felt alone again.